Right, let me tell you a story. A story that Tim Wheatley never thought he'd be the main character of. Tim never really considered himself a programmer. I mean, how could he? He was self-taught, a tinkerer, a try and see what breaks kind of guy. But the truth is, this journey started way earlier than Tim realised. Back in 1994, Tim fired up Amos on the Commodore Amiga and tried to make his very first game. Tim had no idea what he was doing, but he loved video games, especially racing simulations. That obsession grew so strong that in 1999 he launched a sim racing website. And you know what? That website eventually got him hired by a real studio in 2005. For the next 21 years, Tim worked in sim racing studios. But here's the twist, my friends. He wasn't a programmer. He wasn't an artist. He wasn't on the QA side. No, Tim did everything else. Tim did licensing, sales, community management, social media, trailers, announcements. If there was a job that wasn't coding, art or testing, Tim probably did it. And then, December 2025 arrived. Layoffs. Because of his role, Tim wasn't fully let go. He was made part-time. But Tim had always been the jump before your push type. So, he took the hint. Tim actually worked part-time for a bit, and then in February 2026, he quit. This was his moment. He'd tried making this game so many times before. The idea had been in his head for a decade. He always thought he was a visual learner, one who needs diagrams, videos and tutorials. But this time something clicked. Tim actually realised his brain thrives on walls of text, walls of code. He's a block reader. And suddenly, for the first time, he wasn't scared of code. He embraced it. He switched engines. Tim started afresh, and then he had his moment of clarity. Wait, I can actually do this, and I can do it fast. Tim pushed harder than he'd ever done before. 6 months later, the game existed. Tim's first real game, Blue Fury. Is it perfect? No, it's full of quirks, hacks and things he'd absolutely do differently if he started today. But at some point, Tim realised you have to draw the line. You have to accept your first game for what it is, and love it anyway. And at the heart of it all, a game from 1994 that Tim absolutely adored. Zeewolf by Binary Asylum. One of the last games he played before racing sims took over his entire life. Now, decades later, that spark from 1994 finally turned into something real. This is truly the story of how Tim stopped saying I'm not a programmer and finally became one. So let's play Blue Fury, shall we?